So today I'm going to do a bit more in the hall. The kittens are spending most of their time in the hall, on the landing, in the back bedroom at the moment, so it gets very mucky very quickly. Lots of toys and scraps of paper and stuff everywhere. We've never done anything with the hall as such because the removals guys left a load of boxes in here when we'd asked them to put them all in the barn. And we haven't got round to moving them, so I've just started shifting them down to the other end. So I'm going to wash the floor off, just the general dust, and then I'm going to give it all a bit of a polish and start decorating the hall area. So we have this very lovely 1970s wallpaper everywhere. So we've got the back hall, which I'm in now, and we have double doors, and then we have the front hall. So they're quite big rooms, and they've got lovely wooden floors, but it's become a dumping ground and the kittens are here. So yeah, we have this wallpaper is everywhere. So I'm going to have to paint over that at some point. It all looks in good condition, so there's no point ripping it off. We can use it as a basis. And the actual stairwell itself, I'm going to put a mural up there, so that's going to go right up there. That light is not fixed to anything as yet. It's just hanging on the banisters. We're just trying to decide. Sorry, that's Mark in the kitchen, fitting the kitchen. We're just trying to decide whether to have that style of light in the back hall or not, and whether to keep the banister rails black or not, and so we're just making decisions about it really. But it has these lovely sort of double doors in the middle, which are great. So it's got some lovely features, and yes, I'm gonna clean the floor off. This is the hall floor. So this is the back hall. It's all a bit mucky through here, so I'm going to give it a mop with a duster brush just to get the surface muck off. I'm going to give that a hoover and a wash. I've done a bit of repair on the wallpaper here. They had something built into that corner, so it had a bit of original wallpaper, which I've saved. It was orange and gold, and the original colours of the skirting. So it's all really high skirting around this. So yeah, I'm going to give the floor a really good wash and then see how it comes up once it's oiled. And here we have the polished floor. It's just been oiled with linseed oil. So it's what we've been using on all the furniture, all the floors, anything wood basically. So some kitties are just making themselves at home again. Not cutting the lawn in the background. I suspect he's just disappearing in the distance down the lawn. So I'm in the kitchen, so what will be our main kitchen. It's the trickiest room of all for us to do, just because there's no services in here. Although it was used as their kitchen, they would have cooked on their fire here, open fire, There was a boiler in that area which went to a hot water tank, but there's no sort of water feed into the room as such, and we had electricity coming to a couple of places, the light, but that's all had to be put in. There's no drainage out of it either, so that's all got to be put in too. So the trouble with this room is everything is covered with a thick white or off-white gloss on top of a green, on top of a brown. So, and it's all caked with dirt. So we've been washing it off. So that wall's all been scrubbed with a cleaner and sanded. Had all the cracks filled in. The panelling's original at that end, we're going to use that. There's some new panelling next to it, some new panelling here. This is the colour we're going for with the panelling. It's just covering up a lot of horrible areas where all the paint's flaking off. So our choice was either scrape everything off of all the walls and the ceiling, gloss paint, or cover up a certain amount and paint a certain amount. So a certain amount has been covered with the wood panelling. That's original tiling, but it's very, very fragile. We're not sure how long that will last. And this splashback is just going up behind the range. And this is the door that opened up to give access to the hatch, which is the servery. Not servery, the dining room hatch into there. We've decided to keep that just because getting food to the table is a bit of palaver going through two rooms. It might be easier to keep a hatch, so we're going to try it anyway. So the big door's been taken off of here, and Mark's boxed in the bottom, and it's just bring some panelling round the walls. So anything that's flaked off, anything that's loose has been scraped off, and that's going to give the stone walls a chance to breathe, because that's the problem at the moment. The thick gloss paint isn't allowing the stone walls to breathe.
Here's the decorator at work. Here's the decorator at work.
I just cleaned it off.
Paint it green.
What have I painted green? Have I got paint somewhere? I shouldn't have got paint. There's Mark on the edge of the woods. It's a very blustery afternoon, and what we've got on the ground is cables. So there's 3 red, 1 blue, 100 metres each. Sorry, it's really blowy out here. Right on the back lawn. So these cables, we've just uncoiled the whole lot, pulled them out into 100 metre lengths, folded them in half. So now we have 4 double lengths by 50 metres, and they're all going to go into a pipe that's over there by the wall. And this is where it comes up. He's got a cord in there, so hopefully it can just pull through so everything like we've got a fair bit of cable out this side now. He wants about 5 metres, which I think that does look about. Just also take him to the back step. So yeah, that worked very, very well. So now we have an underground cable to the barn, which then goes off and feeds all the other outbuildings. So it's quite important that one doesn't keep getting hit by lorries.
A year of little faith.